Welcome back to That's Clever. We're on the road finding real people making really cool crafts. This California crafter's having a day at the beach, unlocking the secrets to her precious metal clay project.
Hi, I'm Hadar Jacobson and I live in Berkeley, California. I make all kinds of jewelry out of metal clay. I make bracelets, I make earrings, I make crazy rings. Today I'm going to make this notebook pendant. This is my workshop. This is where I spend most of my day. My pendant is a notebook that is made out of 2 pages, the back page and the front page. And I'm going to start by rolling out the back page. I need to control the thickness of this layer. So I'm going to use 2 stacks of 2 cards and put them on each side of the clay. I use a sandwich bag. I'm going to roll it all the way down. This is metal clay, fine silver that comes in the form of clay. Now I have a layer of even thickness that I call 2 card thick. I'm going to use this template in order to cut my back page and then use the scraper to cut around the template. I'm going to pick it up and put it on the mug warmer to dry for about 10 minutes. Now that the piece is dry, I'm going to paint my picture of an ocean view by laying textured pieces on top of it. The first thing I'm going to do is divide it to 3 sections. This is going to be the beach, this is going to be the ocean line, and I'm going to put a stone for the sun right there. This grainy texture I'm going to use for the beach, texture I'm going to use for the ocean, and this kind of neutral texture I'm going to use for the sky. I'm going to start with the beach texture. Now that I have the texture, I have to cut it the side that I want for my back page. I'm going to cut the excess of the clay off the page. I got the first texture and now I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of the textures. Now that I got all the textures on, I'm going to make room for the stone. I picked for the sun a stone that's called a sunstone. And the stone is going to be sitting in a bezel cup. I'm going to use the bezel to cut the place for the stone. Now I'm going to take this little circle off and place the bezel cup instead. With the bezel in place, I can go ahead and dry it again. While this piece is drying, my front page. I'm going to pick up a texture, my brick wall, and just push with my finger all the way down. I got my brick wall texture and I'm going to cut it to size. Now that I have my brick wall, I'm going to cut the window and the door. I cut down the door and the window and I'm going to dry it out next to the first piece. I'm going to go ahead now and add some decoration to the front page. I'm going to put some frames around the window and around the door. The dry borders of the piece underneath is leading my knife. To make the hinge, I'm going to roll out some clay and wrap it around this straw. I'm going to cut this piece into 3 equal pieces. Once I slice the pieces, I'm going to let it dry on the mud warmer. My hinge is dry now, and I'm going to take the tubes off the straw. I'm going to use slip, which is just clay thinned with a little bit of water. I'm going to attach the other 2 tubes to the top piece. The hinges are now on and the pieces are ready to fire. I'm going to fire the pieces in the kiln 2 hours at 1650 degrees. Once I fire this clay, I'm going to have a piece of fine silver. The pieces are out of the kiln, they're all fired. I'm going to put it in a patina called liver of sulfur. Once I buff off the surface, the texture is going to show. This black piece is going to turn into silver. I buffed the piece, I sanded it, I polished it, I set a little stone in the bezel, I added a chain. This notebook pendant is now ready to wear.